that we're standing on today. Thank the traditional owners for this country that we're here today. I'm not very good at this, but I'll give it my best shot. My grandfather worked on a cattle station for white people. I have to put it in this way, that's how I talk. Became good friends with people over the years. And made very good friends. Watched his mum died because somebody shot her in the back. He was 15 years old. So he took off bush with another old fellow, old Butcher Joe. That's the man who grew him up from that day on. So he brought his mother back to her country, which is Dampier Down, and put her in a cave, which I seen as a young fella. There's 6 generations of her family is in that cave today. So it's been there for a while. My grandfather grew me up. He took me away from my mum when I was 3 months old and put me through ceremony when I was 8 years old. I was the youngest boy. Then from that day I learned 24 years of my life studying both laws. I've been to both laws, Southern tradition, Northern tradition. I'm the only boy in my family who did that. And here I'm standing today telling you all this. I haven't told anybody this story. But I'll move on from here now. I want to go one step further. Today, my grandfather left all that trouble behind. He said, we got to move forward. And moving forward is making friends with the white man. Making friends with our own people first. People call it reconciliation. We call it balance. That's why the trail was set up that he worked very hard for. It's a learning thing. We're trying to give. Every time we all know Aboriginal people, we go to somebody, they don't know what we're talking about. So we've got to try to explain it. As soon as we get to that explaining part, he leaves, another one takes his part, so we've got to go all the way back again. But the trail was set up to teach our people and our younger generation and teach the non-Indigenous people the way of life, the way it was. I'll move on to the next one. Today, my country has been, looked at in a very, very bad way here, I see it. They're going to put a gas plant there. Why can't they run the pipe 800 kilometers to the next location? Why kill something that's never been broken before? I'm talking about law and culture. That's the only place in the whole, to me, in that peninsula, never been broken, mate. It's still intact. My wife said, I wanted some money to buy some stuff the other day to come to Melbourne. She goes, get off your ass and go and earn it. So I did. I found 1 month's work. And I'm happy. It's not hard. It's not hard. And today people is using the excuse of we need better education, better health, better housing. But then you've got to kill somebody else's culture. You've got to kill the culture to get that. Why? Well, I'm not standing here and let people run me over. I'm going to stand up for these people and fight them all the way. I got a lot of people behind me. I got a lot of law bosses behind me. And I'm not going to stand here and say to you, yeah, it's okay. Well, it's not okay. KLC represented me for a very long time. I put the first Goolarabooloo, Jabir Jabir, well, Goolarabooloo claim 16 years ago, and left the door open for every person who had an interest in that country to walk through that door. On the 17th of December last year, there was two questions I really wanted to ask my own people, Jabir Jabir people. 16 years ago, we had no problem. We were all as family. Some of these people are my blood. You know? But they choose to draw the line between us. And it's really sad today in my community, very sad. Now, my nephews and niece can't come to me and can't go hunting anymore. You know? That's the way it is today in Broome, in this community. Why? KLC haven't represented me for the last 16 years. So I'm parked in the corner, kicking the can. And I'm thinking, well, who do I go to? Because I can't stand up here and argue. Nobody's listening to me. So I asked Peter for assistance through Save the Kimberley. Then I was hooked up to Mr. Roe. I love my country. I love my culture. My grandfather loved this country, loved this culture. He wanted to bring something up so we can sit together. Aboriginal people and non-Indigenous people sit there and have a cup of tea together. Sit down and talk about life in general. No business. Okay, I want to go one step further. My grandfather took a mining company to court on the same area. All this here. See this black soil here? And he had the support of the law bosses from the northern and the southern. They stood right behind him and he won his case. And it was a legal fight. You know? It was a good fight. He was very happy. And the other people were very happy. Because south of us and north of us, we sit in the middle. The strong cycle goes through this country. We're all responsible for it. You break it in half, they're going to turn to us. What they're going to do? I know what they're going to do under our law, you know. But nobody sees that. You know? He gave his life to do this, so I'm giving my life to go and do this too. I don't have any life, mate. This is what I stand for. My heritage, my culture, and law. And I will never let anybody take that away from me. I'll give you my word on that. Thank you.